SEMO head coach Tom Matukewicz, the team coming off a narrow loss at FBS opponent New Mexico State last week. Now 1-1 on the season, playing their third game already. It's going to be an OVC Big South Association contest. They're going to host UT Martin. So, Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, I loved how we played. We weren't intimidated or anything like that. They had a nice atmosphere. Their players were ready to go, and we battled them. And at the end of the day, it was a very, very entertaining game. Lots of things going back and forth and exciting plays and those type of things. And at the end of the day, they kind of made one more play than we did, and so that's disappointing. But we're excited to be back at home and off to a good start this week.
Take away, that what you just said, one more play. Had you made that play, obviously you win, everybody's happy. Take away just that. I mean, you have to be pretty happy with the other 95% of the game, right? Your team was right there and you gave yourself a chance to win.
Yeah. I like, if you just look at our two games, I like how we are playing. At the end of the day, the results will be what they are and those type of things. But the way we are playing is what I had hoped we would be at this point. We talk about certain core values and those type of things. And I challenged our team to be everything we say we are, and so right now, very pleased and got a motivated, hungry football team that is looking forward to the home opener.
Obviously Paxton got hurt in the first game, but was able to come back. Talk about how he did after being banged up in that week 0 matchup.
Yeah, he got cleared on Thursday. He practiced on, with the Wams on Thursday. Friday morning, came in, didn't have a lot of excess pain or anything like that. So he got the start, and really gutsy performance by him. I thought he had a very good game. I think our O-line kept him clean, protected well, and gave him some of those nice pockets. We had 5 drops, and so I think if we caught the ball better, it would have even been better. But very pleased with his performance and happy that he didn't lose that FBS opportunity because of an injury.
Obviously, Ryan Florno is playing for the Cowboys, so you had to replace him. Dorian Anderson had 6 catches for 115. Cam Pedros played pretty good in the first 2 games on paper too. So just obviously your receivers, you got some new faces, or at least the people in the playmaker spots. They played well for you.
Yeah, totally. It's given them those opportunities. And I think that's one thing about this team that I'm trying to stress this week is we still have a lot of first-year starters, kind of first year where they are in that role, and they can still get better. They got to challenge themselves to improve and the attention to details on the little things. But happy where those guys have been the last 2 weeks and going to challenge them to just, hopefully they could take that next step. And, just at the end of the day, I try to tell them, hey, don't accept any holes in your game. Like really go through there and try to eliminate all the holes in your game and be a complete player.
I'm going to ask you specifically about UT Martin in a minute, but earlier Coach Simpson, he talked about Paxton and said he is a difference maker for your team because you've not always had a quarterback of his caliber, but he said he thought this was your best team. So I just wanted to present those to you, thoughts about what Coach Simpson said.
I'm so jealous of Coach Simpson. I mean, I've been envious, like a 3-time conference champion. He's raised 2 Power 5 quarterbacks. I mean, hell, his daughter's like valedictorian going to cure cancer. And I'm like, man, I meet Coach Simpson. I'm confused. Like, yeah, it seems like a good coach, but I just never understood it until this summer. So this summer, I got to meet his wife, Julie. And now it all makes sense. Like, Mrs. Simpson is the key to all this stuff that's going on. And so now I understand that. But it's been a pleasure to get to compete against him and his program and him being there 18 years. I always tell myself if Coach Simpson could do it, I could do it. He's been able to just have that longevity that consistency that you want to have as a coach. So, but when we talked about Paxton and all that, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be balanced. We're always going to run the football here, or I'm going to hurt somebody. Like, I mean, that's how it's going to be. But we got to be able to throw it, and so we haven't always had those type of guys, and certainly with Paxton, hopefully we can beat you either way. So looking forward to that.
You referenced there they've won 3 straight or shared 3 straight conference championships. Their quarterback is also back, so they have some experience. Them, just anything more that you've seen on them, maybe this year's team compared to last year's UTM team.
I don't know. I think they're just really talented. It's got a feel of like a playoff game. It's like you watch the film, they got really good players, they got good scheme. I mean, they're at K-State, they took them in the third quarter, it's still a 1 or 2 score game. I mean, so really just a talented football team. And so you're just happy that it's at home. We need to play well at home. We have traditionally. Hopefully we could sell it out and have that be our advantage. But it's a challenge for us for sure.
I think you've played some other early season conference games. So here are 2 teams that the top of the theoretical standings in the preseason. You're playing in week 2 of the season, although it's your 3rd game. I mean, you have to play the games no matter what week they are, but what about playing a conference game this early in the season?
Well, it's not normal, but I think nothing wrong with it. It's exciting, right? This is a game you circle every year, so to get to play it early. We are getting banged up a little bit. I'm worried about health. I had several starters out for New Mexico, and looks like we're going to have a couple more out. And so that's the concern is just, you wish you had all your bullets going into this game. But I don't mind it. I think it gets people excited. It's a great home opener for our fan base and community.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck on Saturday against UT Martin, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds good.